Welcome back to the Daily BS. I'm Doug Larson with the Barbell Shrugged Podcast. For more videos on the Barbell Shrugged Podcast, technique WOD videos, and more Daily BS videos just like this, you can go to barbellshrugged.com. Today, for the Daily BS, we're talking about having a shoulder surgery, how to train CrossFit with an immobilized shoulder was the exact specific question. So, having had a shoulder surgery before, after an MMA fight, and having been in a sling for 6 months or longer, I have a lot of experience with that. So, what you want to do first is, let your initial recovery fade, where you're not, where it doesn't hurt just to walk around. Go through your PT, get cleared by your physical therapist, and then you can start doing more CrossFit type things. So, after you get cleared from your PT, what you're going to want to do is start focusing on other parts of your body other than your surgery shoulder. So you have 2 legs, all your core musculature, and your other arm that you can still train decently well while your shoulder is recovering. Your legs and your core, you can train quite a bit right out of the gate. Your surgery shoulder will still have some muscular contractions when you're moving your other arm. So that one, you probably want to wait an extra 4 to 6 weeks. Let your shoulder get all the way to the point where it doesn't hurt and you're getting some range of motion back in it, where you start training your other arm, and the byproduct of moving this arm doesn't affect your surgery shoulder. You might want to ask your physical therapist how long you should wait in your specific situation until you can start training your other arm. But that's what people recommend, and that's what was recommended to me when I had surgery on my shoulder. I had a slap tear and some fraying in my subscapularis, which is one of my rotator cuff muscles. So if you have something similar, it might be something for you to consider. As your shoulder gets better, you can still start to do all your bodyweight movements, air squats and bodyweight lunges. Eventually you can start doing things like sit-ups, and then eventually you can start holding dumbbells either in your opposite hand and doing lunges like that. You can start doing one-arm deadlifts. You can put a bar on your back, or maybe a safety bar would even be better if you have a safety bar. That way the pads will go down either side, as long as it doesn't irritate or exacerbate your painful shoulder from the surgery. Eventually the safety bar is a good option. That way you don't have to really, if you don't have good range of motion, you don't have to reach any farther than about here. You don't have to grab a bar behind your back. You don't have to support the load on your shoulders for something like a front squat. Obviously you're not going to be overhead squatting. So a safety bar is a great option. It sits on your shoulders, and you don't have to even hold it at all if you don't want to. You can safety bar with your arm still in the sling if it doesn't exacerbate any pain that you already have. So that's a great option until you get all your range of motion back, first starting to squat. And if you want to do something heavy, that's probably your best bet. So there's a few ideas. We could go on and on and on, but we'll cut it off there for today. If you have more questions about how to train with any injuries, especially shoulder injuries, since that's something I have a little bit of experience with, you can always go to barbellshrugged.com, click the Ask a Question tab at the top of the page, and hopefully we can answer one of your questions on a future show, future Daily BS.